Yeah, first of all, tell me what is matter? The matter is anything that has mass, and occupies what? Space. And occupies space is called what? Matter. So this matter will exist in how many states at room temperature? I told you 3 states. How many states of the matter? 3 states of the matter at room temperature. At room temperature. So what are the 3 states generally? Solid state, liquid state, and gaseous state. Suppose if you take solid matter, solid state. So when the matter is called solid state matter, when the matter is called solid state matter, if the matter has the melting point, okay, melting point and boiling point both above the room temperature, both melting point and boiling point will be above the room temperature. For what? Solid. So solid has what? Tell me. Solid has melting point and boiling point above what? Above room temperature. So above the room temperature, what will be there? The solids have more melting and boiling point. That means the melting point of solid, boiling point of solid, both will be above the room temperature. Such matter is called what? Solid. So solids are the type of matter which have more, means which have melting point and boiling point above the room temperature. Generally, what is room temperature? Room temperature is taken 25 degrees Celsius or 27 degrees Celsius. In some books, 27 degrees Celsius will be taken. In some books, 25 degrees Celsius will be taken. So this is what now room temperature. Above this room temperature, if anything has melting point or boiling point, that must be called what? Solid. And suppose if you take liquid matter, if you take a liquid matter, so liquid matter, liquids have melting point below room temperature, remember. So liquids have what now? Liquids have melting point. They have melting point below room temperature. Below room temperature, what will be there? Melting point. And they have boiling point above the room temperature. So they have what now here? Boiling point above room temperature. So what is the difference between solids and liquids? Tell me here. The solids have the matter. Okay, the solids are the type of matter which have melting point and boiling point both above the room temperature. And liquids have the melting point below the room temperature, whereas boiling point above the room temperature. If you take example water here, if we take example water, the water has boiling point of how much? Boiling point of water how much? 100 degrees Celsius. 100 degrees Celsius means above the room temperature, no? So if the boiling point of the matter is above the room temperature, that matter must be taken as what? Liquid. Okay. So this way we have to define. What is solid? If they ask you, what will answer? What is solid? Solid is a type of matter which has the melting point and boiling point both above the room temperature. And what is the liquid? If they ask you, what will answer? Liquid is a type of matter which has melting point below the room temperature, whereas the boiling point above the room temperature. So this way we have to define what? Solid and liquid. And now if it takes a gas, how to define gas? Tell me. Gas has what? Gas has both boiling point and melting point. Boiling point and melting point, both below the room temperature. Both will be below the room temperature. So the gases have what? Tell me. Gases have both boiling point and melting point below the room temperature. So this difference we have to understand here. Okay, all gases have the boiling point and melting point below the room temperature. All solids have boiling point and melting point both above the room temperature. But liquids have melting point below the room temperature, whereas boiling point above the room temperature. Is the concept clear to everyone? So this is about what now here, the types of what here matter. 3 types of matter we take here: solid state, liquid state, and gaseous state. Okay, suppose if you take what now? Solid here. If you take a solid, suppose you take one rock. You take one rock. Rock is a solid here. So this solid has a particular shape, right? Solid has what? Definite shape. Definite shape will be there here. Solids have definite shape, right, ma? And this solid occupies some volume, no? There is some volume here. Volume occupied by the rock. So solids have definite. So definite volume also will be there. There is definite volume and definite shape for solids. Okay, if we keep this solid rock in one vessel and other vessel, in both the vessels, it will be having the same shape now. It will not be changing its shape. Suppose if we keep the rock in one plate and in one vessel, in both the cases, the shape of the rock will be definite. It won't be changing. Okay, so volume also will be not changing. Volume does not change from one vessel to other vessel. The shape of the rock also, the shape of the solid also remains same. Suppose you take liquid water. Water, you take liquid. If you take water in bottle, it will take the shape of bottle. If you take the bottle, it will take shape of what? Bottle. If you keep the same quantity of water in one vessel, it will take the shape of vessel. The water takes shape of bottle or shape of vessel. If you pour the water into bottle, it takes the shape of bottle. If you pour the water into one vessel, it takes the shape of vessel. That means the shape of water, the shape of liquid changing from one vessel to other vessel or not. It is changing. The container will decide what? The shape of the liquid. So liquid is flowing or not? Liquid will flow from one place to the other place. So whichever is flowing is called what now? Fluid. Fluid. So liquid is a type of what? Fluid. So what we can say? Liquid is nothing but fluid. Why it is fluid? It can flow. Liquid can flow. Liquid can flow from one place to other place. Now that's why it's called fluid. And liquid has no definite shape. It takes the shape of container. So liquids have no definite shape, but they have definite volume. Okay, suppose if you take here 15 ml water, in this also 15 ml water. Both cases same water or 150 ml water we have taken. 150 ml in bottle, 150 ml in vessel. In both the cases, volume remains same. Volume remains 150 ml only, but the shape of the water will be changing in one container to other container. So the liquids have what? Definite volume, but they do not have definite shape. And solids have definite shape as well as definite volume. Is the concept clear? Now check it. Now suppose if you take gas, some gas you take here. Then suppose you take gas cylinder. In gas cylinder, LPG is there, LPG cylinder is there. Na? So the LPG cylinder, if you take here, if you take LPG cylinder, in LPG cylinder, what will be there? Gas is there here. Some LPG is there here, liquefied petroleum gas. This liquefied petroleum gas, okay, this gas occupies what shape of this vessel, okay, but there is no specific shape for gas here. If you open this LPG, okay, regulator, what happens now? Gas will be coming out. There is no particular shape for this gas. So gases don't have no definite shape, no definite volume. So the shape of the gases and volume of the gases both will not be definite. That means what? Now gases do not have a definite shape and definite volume, but liquids have definite volume but no definite shape. Solids have both definite shape and definite volume. So this is about what now here? Three types of matter: solids, liquids, and gases. Is the concept clear so far? So it's about what now? Liquids, solids, and gases. Now next type, what we have? Plasma type. Plasma. So suppose you take gas. One gas, when you heat, on heating at high temperature, on heating at what ma? High temperature. On heating the gas at very high temperature, what happens? It will change into plasma state. Plasma state. This plasma state is called fourth state of matter. What is it called? Fourth state of matter. Generally, when solids are heated, heating, this delta indicates heating, na? So solids on heating will convert into liquid generally. Liquids on heating will go to gases. Gases on further heating, on heating at high temperature. On heating at high temperature, the gases will change into finally what? Plasma state. So this plasma state is called what here? It is fourth state of the matter. What is called? Fourth state of the matter. Now how it is changing, you check it here. Suppose you take some gas here. In this gas, all the gas molecules are like this. The particles of gas like this here. Okay. Now, if you heat at high temperature, what happens is that each molecule changes to, okay, one cation, positive particle, and one electron. So one electron is formed here along with positive particle. Positive particle and electron formed from this atom. So it is the atom we take, suppose. The atom of the gas. The atom of the gas will change into what? Some cation and electron. Cation and electron. Again, what happens is that this electron and this cation, the positive particle and electron, again recombine. They will recombine to form what? Again atom. Again atom is formed here. So first atom is converted into what one? Positive particle and electron, right? Again, what happens now? This electron will combine with, electron recombines with this positive particle to come back to what? At atomic state. So this atom to ion, this is cation, positive ion. That's why it is called ionization, we say. This forward direction process is what? Ionization. What is the meaning of ionization here? The conversion of atom into ions. The conversion of atoms into ions is called what? Ionization. How it is happening here? By heating. On heating this atom, it is changed into what? Positive ion, along with release of one electron. Now, again, the backward direction, what happens in plasma state? These electrons and positive particles, both will be in plasma state. In the plasma state, again, the electrons recombine with positive particles to give back what atom? Okay, this is for recombination, we say. What we say, ma? Recombination. Recombination meaning what? The combination of electron with the positive particle in the plasma state to give back atomic state. So atom is formed here from what? Ion and electron. This is called recombination. So it is called ionization. Forward direction is what? Atom is converted into ion. It is called ionization. So which two phenomena occurring here? Which two phenomena take place here? Ionization process and recombination process. So whenever recombination takes place, what happens is some amount of light energy will be emitted here. Which energy is emitted? Some light energy is emitted in the form of, means what? Some energy is emitted in the form of light when recombination takes place. Recombination meaning what here? Electrons of the plasma state recombine with positive particles to give atom. So during this recombination process, what happens? Light energy is emitted. That is why during lightning, when lightning takes place, what happens here? Light will be emitted, right? So during rainy season, sometimes lightning occurs in the sky. So in the sky, when lightning occurs, what happens here? The light is emitted here. How light is emitted? In the lightning, there will be plasma state. There is a plasma state in lightning. Okay. In this plasma state, what is happening? The electrons recombine with the positive ions to give atoms. Whenever the recombination process occurs, light energy is emitted, na? Like that we get light energy here during lightning process. And also we have neon sign bulbs. Neon sign bulbs. So if you go to Bazaar, we can see Chennai shopping mall. Okay, glowing bulbs will be there here. The letters will be made. The letter C is made with what? Neon sign bulbs. What are they called? Neon sign bulbs. So this neon sign bulbs. In the neon sign bulbs also, which state is there? Plasma state is there. In the neon sign bulbs, what is there? Plasma state is there. They are glowing or not? The neon sign bulbs are emitting light, na? They're emitting light. How light is emitted here? The light is emitted due to recombination of electrons and positive ions in the plasma state. So due to this recombination, light is emitted here. Like that, the neon sign bulbs, lightning, and in the sun is able to emit light, na? The sun is able to emit light due to again what? Plasma state. In the sun, which state is there? Plasma state is there. Is that clear, ma? So like that in the sun, we can see plasma state. In the neon sign bulb, we can have this plasma state. In lightning process, during lightning process, we have this. Okay. So like this we have. And also in our house, we have CFL lights. CFL bulbs. Okay, in our house we use LED bulbs, and also some coiled, like spring it will be coiled. Some bulbs will be there. Some bulbs are there like okay, coiled tubes. The coiled tubes bulb is called what? CFL bulb. CFL bulb. So the CFL bulbs also contain what? Plasma state. So CFL bulbs, during lightning we can have the plasma state. In the neon sign bulb we can have the plasma state which emits light. And in the sun and stars, the sun and stars also have plasma state. Because of that only, plasma state only they emit light. So like this we have to understand concept here. And fire, F-I-R-E, fire. In the fire also what will be there? Plasma state is there. The fire emits light or not? The fire emits light due to this plasma state. Due to which process? Due to ionization process or recombination process? Due to recombination process, the light is emitted. So when energy, some light energy or any energy, if it is emitted, that is exothermic or endothermic? Exothermic phenomena we say. Exothermic means heat energy is emitted or light energy is emitted. Some energy is emitted is called what? Exothermic process. If energy is absorbed, it is endothermic process. So ionization process is what now? Endothermic process. Ionization process is endothermic. Why? Endothermic means energy is absorbed. When we supply heat energy only, this atom changes into electron and ion. When we supply some amount of energy, this atom absorbs some amount of energy, then only it will change into positive ion and electron. Right, ma? So like that here, ionization process is endothermic process. Heat energy is absorbed. And recombination is what? Exothermic process. In this, light is emitted. Light energy is emitted. So this is all about which state now? Plasma state. Fourth state of matter is what? Plasma state. At what temperatures plasma state exists? At extremely high temperatures. At very high temperatures. At extremely high temperatures, anything, either solid or liquid or gas, anything will exist in the form of plasma state at extremely high temperatures. So in the sun and stars, there is extremely high temperature. Due to the extremely high temperature, the sun and stars have what? Plasma state. Sun is also one of the stars. Sun is the nearest star to the earth. Okay, so sun is generally considered to be smallest star, smaller in size, the sun. But there are many stars which are very larger than sun. So in sun and stars, what will be their plasma state is there. So this is fourth state of matter. Is the concept clear, ma? Now take the screenshot if you need. Do you know how to take screenshots? Okay. Now, next one, if you take now another state called Bose-Einstein condensate. BEC. So Bose-Einstein condensate is what now here? Fifth state of matter. What is it called? Fifth state of matter. Fifth state of matter. So this Bose-Einstein condensate, how it will exist at extremely low temperatures. At extremely high temperature, plasma state exists. At extremely low temperatures, what will exist? Bose-Einstein condensate. So Bose-Einstein condensate exists in what? In the nature at extremely low temperatures. Suppose I am taking here gas. When gas is cooled, what we get? Liquid. And if we keep the liquid in the refrigerator, if we keep the water in the refrigerator, it will become solid now. So on cooling, when liquid is cooled, we get solid. Again, solid is cooled to very low temperatures, When this solid is cooled to extremely low temperatures, Now what happens in the solid already? Many atoms are there here. Many atoms are closely packed. Particles are closely packed. So now the atoms of solid already closely packed. In the liquid, what happened? In the liquid, the particles are loosely packed. In liquid. In gaseous state, the particles are very loosely packed. The particles are loosely packed in liquid. In solid, the particles are tightly packed. Already closer. Each particle is touching the other. So the particles of solid are touching each other already. Now what happens is that when you cool this solid to extremely low temperatures, at extremely low temperature, what happens is that all these particles of solid will combine to form a single superatom. What is formed here? Single superatom. What is formed in Bose-Einstein condensate? Single superatom is produced here. How this single superatom is produced? All these atoms in the solid have collapsed. All the particles, all the atoms of the solid collapsed at extremely low temperatures, at very extremely low temperatures, and all the atoms combined to form what? Single super atom. So in which state of the matter single super atom exists? In Bose-Einstein condensate. In which state ions and electrons, the positive ions and electrons are in equilibrium with each other? Here, electrons and ions, the positive ions and electrons will be in equilibrium with each other. In which state? In plasma state. In plasma state, what and what will be in equilibrium with each other? Equilibrium means what? Here, these two combine with each other and also separate from each other. So this in plasma state, we have electrons and cations, means positive ions. Okay, and where single superatom will exist? In Bose-Einstein condensate. So Bose-Einstein condensate is considered to be fifth state of matter. Plasma state is considered to be fourth state of matter. And recently, the scientists have also discovered about sixth state of matter. If you have free time, you can search for the sixth state of the matter. Still, the work is going on. The sixth state of matter. Okay, they did not give complete name for that. So they are working. They have discovered what recently? The sixth state of matter. In examination, if they ask you how many states of matter, what will answer? How many states of matter? 3 only we have to say. 3 states only. How many states of matter means we have to take at room temperature only. At room temperature, we have three states of matter only. Solid state, liquid state, gaseous state, that's all. But extremely high temperature only we get plasma state, not at room temperature. And at extremely high, low temperature only we get Bose-Einstein condensate. Like that, normally 3 states only. But we can also take fourth state as plasma, fifth state as Bose-Einstein condensate. So the scientist Bose from India and Einstein, these two together discovered what? Bose-Einstein condensate. That is fifth state of matter. So in which single superatom exists. All the atoms will collapse to form single superatom. Let's take the screenshot if you want. Yeah. Now tell me here, whenever a solid is changing into liquid, when liquid is changing into a gas, tell me, suppose, imagine here ice, imagine here water, imagine here water vapor. Now in the first case, a solid to liquid is called melting. Na? What is called melting, we say. What is called melting? Melting is also called fusion. Melting is also called what? Fusion or melting. So solid is melted to liquid, or solid is fused to liquid state. Okay. In ice, the particles are, means it is solid state here. The solid state has what? Least thermal energy. energy is least. Thermal energy is least, and also kinetic energy is least. So least thermal energy and least kinetic energy. So kinetic energy of the solid molecules and thermal energy of solid molecules will be least, remember. Okay. Now, when you heat this, when you heat the solid, on heating means which symbol we have to use? Delta. So on heating this solid, we get liquid. Now in this process of melting, what is happening? Heat is absorbed or released. In melting process, heat is absorbed. So the solid is absorbing what? Heat energy. The solid is absorbing what? Heat energy. So on absorption of heat energy only, solids will change into liquid. So melting or fusion, exothermic or endothermic? Endothermic. Endothermic process means what? Endothermic process indicates heat is evolved or heat is absorbed. So heat is absorbed. So heat is absorbed in which process? Endothermic process. Next, if we take liquid changing into solid, suppose if liquid changes to solid, now when you keep the water in the refrigerator, the water will be frozen into ice. The water is frozen into ice. Okay. So when water gets frozen into ice, what is happening? Tell me. In water, the molecules are loosely packed, right? Not closely packed, loosely packed. So when you are cooling this liquid, what happens now? All the particles come closer. These particles will come closer in the water, and they will become what now? Solid state. All the particles come close to each other and become solid state. Like this, liquid state is changed into solid state on cooling. Is the concept clear? You should not open your video, unmute your video, unmute your audio and video both. You should not open your video and also don't unmute yourself. Video should not be there. Stop video. Now see, Arizona. So when water is cooled, it becomes what now? Ice in this case. Now when water is converted into ice, if you keep the water in the deep fridge, in the refrigerator, what happens now? In this process, the heat is released here. So heat is evolved. Evolved means what? Released. Heat energy is evolved when water changes into ice. And this process is called what now here? Freezing process. What is called? Freezing. So freezing indicates what here? Freezing indicates what? Conversion of the liquid state into solid state. In this, what is happening during freezing process? Heat is evolved. Heat is released. That's the freezing process is called what now? Exothermic process. What is called? Exothermic process. So exothermic process means what? Heat energy is released. And endothermic process means heat energy is absorbed. That point we have to understand. So freezing is what? Exothermic. Melting is what? Endothermic. Likewise, liquid changes into gas. On heating the liquid, the liquid will change into what now? Gas. So liquid into gas is called what now? Vaporization. What is called? Vaporization. So vaporization means what? Conversion of a liquid into gas. Conversion of liquid into gas. So in vaporization process, what happens here? In vaporization, liquid on heating, it changes into gaseous state. So evaporation is endothermic again. Again, evaporation process is what? Endothermic process. And whenever we cool the gas, on cooling the gas, what we get? Liquid we get. On cooling the gas, what we get? Liquid. And this process of conversion of a gas into liquid is called what? Condensation. What is called, ma? Condensation. So condensation is what again? Exothermic process. Condensation is what? Exothermic process. So condensation is exothermic. Freezing also exothermic. Freezing is exothermic. Condensation is exothermic. But vaporization is endothermic. Melting is endothermic. Is that clear, ma? So these areas we have to understand here. Okay. So it is called interconversion of matter. Interconversion of matter from one state to other state. From one state to other state, we can convert the matter. This is called interconversion of matter. Okay, ma? Hope you have understood, and go through the theory part, whatever I send you in the documents I will send. Okay. Bye. Good day.